right, my next guest is no other than the one we all know and we all call and we've all come to love as Broda Dapo. He's an online sales foundations coach. Talk about the psychology of sales. Talk about the psychology of human mind, especially when it comes to sales, when it comes to buying. Broda Dapo is your guy. Like when you hear, who is your guy? This brother Dakpo. And he does an exceptional work of it. He's been a brother, and it's even fantastic that we've been we've been in proximity somehow for the longest time. And we had no clue. Anyway, this is how, sometimes life just has a way of putting you around the people that are meant to still do life with you somehow. So even when you miss it when you were younger, you will still meet yourself like, you were together with me in this place and I knew it's not. Please welcome on stage my brother from another mother, Broda Dapo. Hey!
Hi. Hi, Jay. How are you?
How
Hope you can hear me
far?
loud
How
and
are
clear.
you? Loud and clear, always.
Okay, because I was already praying and hoping that, hey, let the
Network.
internet not choose to show itself at this point. Right. So I'm very happy to be here. I thank God that I actually remembered to ask you about this in time. Otherwise, I would have had to write a very long apology letter right now. And congratulations on your 150th episode. EJ, you
Thank
are
you.
a freaking legend. Come on. 150. 150. And when we're not talking about short form content here. It's not if it was maybe like a 2 minute, 3 minutes video, saying okay, that's easier, everybody can do it. Like we're talking something of average of 30, 45 minutes, an hour sometimes, and you've been consistent at it for 150. Please, you must win that award. Very
You know,
important.
you know.
You have to win that award. You have to win that award. You deserve it.
Thank
You deserve
you.
it. You
Thank
deserve. You
you.
deserve
Thank
all
you.
the support. You deserve every good thing that you've ever wished for. You deserve to have it. You've done
Thank you
so well
so
for
much.
yourself.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations,
I
CJ.
appreciate you. I
Congratulations.
appreciate you. Take us away.
Yeah.
I know you're going to carry us into a depth now. Please don't drown us. Help
No
us
problems.
squeeze out.
You have my word. No problems. Okay, so I when you told me the title of this event, I had to go back in time to go and look for, because there are several that I could pick as an example. But then I remember one that stood out with me every single time because it was a recurring theme all through
Mm.
my journey. Yes, it was it happened so many times that I was just like, oh Jesus Christ. If somebody calls me on stage right now and they say, please help us advise these people, tell them one thing that will make sure that they do not fail in what they are doing. It was going to be this one thing. It was going to be this one
Mm.
thing. Now, but just a very tiny backstory. So I started learning online marketing in 2020. So I started an online business, what we all call information marketing, where you sell trainings, digital products, etc., and all that stuff. And I thought that I was going to hit my first million in 3 months, which is the average expectation of everybody who gets involved in online business. Like, I'm going to make so
Because
much money in three
it's
months,
making money. Money
do you
making.
get? So and then I had this what I would call unconscious incompetence that made me think that I actually had what it took to succeed fast.
Hmm.
So I started with that misaligned confidence, and I went hard at it. That first month, your energy is high. Oh God, I'm about to get out of poverty. Thank God. And then it started. And then first month, nothing. Second month, nothing. Then I remember the day our coach was reviewing some aspect of our work. Right, we did this part we call copywriting, where you write, it's like you write your sales letter, the message that you're supposed to sell the product. I was so confident, like, God, I'm just going to go there, break it up, man. This guy, I'm going to get a very high score. Then he picked out this one. He was like, what is this doing here? What is this one doing here? This is not necessary. You don't have to say this. This is sounding aggressive, etc, etc. By the time he finished, I lost my confidence.
Your score was minus.
She get. And then, because I thought that things were going to be faster, my expectations obviously were out of place.
Mm.
Then, when I eventually decided to actually really sit down and, actually do the work, things didn't get better.
Mm.
Things did not get better. I knew that I was improving within, but I was not seeing the results. And this leads me to first say this, that if you are doing something and you feel that you have done everything necessary to get the results that you seek, and you're not seeing the results, what it actually means is that you have done enough within the limits of the knowledge that you have access to.
Mm.
So in your own
Mm.
mind, I have done everything. Why is this not working? Oh my God, this is so frustrating. No, you have only done everything that you think you should do within the limits of knowledge that you have access to.
Whoa, whoa, that's deep.
So I remember every single time I went back to my coach, sir, it's not working. I'm tired. I just spent $100 on Facebook ads and everything just got bought, and there's nothing. And then he looks at my heart and he was like, I remember this particular one, I'll never forget. When he said, your ad is too complete. I'm like, what do you mean by my ad is too complete? Like, he said, you have written this ad so well to the point that the person you are talking to has no reasons to click on the link to go anywhere else.
Because all the
Because all
information
the
is already
information
on
is
the ad.
already on. It's already in the ad. You know the funny thing? In the comment section of the ad, I was receiving, thank you so much. This is so fantastic. This is valuable. This is awesome. I'm going to implement this in my business. But my account was bleeding. It was frustrating. December 2021, I thought about committing suicide.
Wow.
No jokes. It took the support of a friend for me to manage to crawl into 2022.
Mm.
That January 2022 was a very it was not there was nothing special. But you know the funny thing, it was actually that January 2022 that things started improving.
Mm. What
So
happened?
what actually happened was, so the thing is, if you've had back to back to back to back to back failures
Mm.
and you have been learning from them along the way, a time will come when the lessons are enough put together to actually start getting you the results that you desire.
Mm. Wow.
And that's why they usually say that you learn more from failing than you learn from
From
succeeding.
success. Mm.
So now, did it mean that our coach did not give us all the tools that he knew we should have at the beginning? He did. That training was about one of the, though it has been decommissioned now, but it was, I felt at that time it was one of the most complete trainings on information marketing that was available at that time. Most others would just pick one aspect and leave the other ones. He gave everything. But my path and the things I needed to know in order to become who I am now were not part of that. And so I
Mm.
had to suffer, make mistakes, make errors in order to get those lessons added to what I had gotten from the training in order to become who I have now become.
Mm.
So sometimes you buy the course and you do everything that you're told to do, provided that whatever it is you're doing is profitable. Let's start. That's actually very important. It has to be profitable by default, right?
Mm.
But the fact that you buy the course and then you do everything within that, and you're not seeing the results at that, doesn't mean that the course is a scam. Doesn't mean that it didn't work. It might just mean that there are certain things that I, because I questioned many of the standard practices in the industry.
Hmm.
I did, because I was like, this doesn't make sense. I found myself at many times doing things that were slightly not exactly the way some people were doing it. And eventually, my own method turned out to be way better than theirs.
So you were
But I
meant to be
saw,
like a pathfinder.
you
So
get,
your journey is different.
was different. I took a lot of arrows. God. So if you are a pioneer or a pathfinder like that, sometimes your journey may end up being stretched than many of the other regular, probably even lesser intelligent people who are on the same path as you. Now, if you start looking at the noise of other people's harvest and you allow that to force you to eat your seed, you're done.
You're out of the
So,
game.
do you get? So, if I have to summarize everything here, is provided the online business model you are in is innately profitable, one, provided that you actually enjoy that business model. These two conditions are very critical. Continue seeking until you find. That's it. That's it. Provided those two conditions are in place, continue seeking until you find. There's no other way. So I'm very happy that I had to come here to just come and share this little,
Thank you. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm here to observe from
See, yeah. So I mean, it's been a beautiful one since then. Thank God. Yeah, we're not exactly where we want to be yet, but we've built a reputation, we've built a brand. I remember the day I went to a particular event. People didn't even know it was me. The moment I mentioned my name on stage, the entire hall of like 700 people scattered. And I was like, it's just me
this
now.
is the
She gets, she gets. So, and then how it also contributed to how my personality and the way I express myself and the way I talk. Everything, all the pain came together to form the person. There's hardly any place we go to speak right now. People will feel like, this person, there's something about this person. She gets. So that's it. So continue seeking until you find, provided you've done every other thing very well.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
it.
you. This is priceless, honestly.
You're welcome.
I know you're not disappointed. No possible.
And then, for the viewers in the house, if you're wondering why this chemistry is so strong, EJ is actually my senior in secondary school. She was my secondary school senior. So you guys know.
We went to St. Xavier's High School together. What a
Sometimes I think about it, I'm just like, how? Why? So that's it. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You're
welcome.
Thank you for
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. No wala now.
Fantastic. Awesome. My goodness. I'm having a swell time. I hope you are too. You guys have been amazing. And I just wanted to say a huge thank you for being a part of my journey into
Stretch Street Podcast.